In this video, we're going to talk about how to find the area of a triangle using trig. So we have our usual area formula, area equals 1/2 base times height. And we have a triangle here. I'm going to give you guys a second to draw that. Now with this problem, using the area formula of 1/2 base times height, we usually have to know what the height is, and it's usually going to be a right triangle. However, we could use some trigonometry if needed so that we can find out what this missing height is here, if we don't know it. So the formula that we're going to use is A equals 1/2 B times A sine theta. Make sure that you write that formula down, star it or something like that. Now where this A sine theta comes from is actually just substituted in for the H that we have here. We have to figure out where we get that from. So we're going to look at our triangle here. We have a right triangle, so I can use trig to figure out how long H is. Well, if I have my angle theta here, here's my 90-degree angle. So across from that is my hypotenuse. Across from my angle is the opposite side, which means this down here is the adjacent side. So if I'm looking at what I have the opposite side and the hypotenuse. I can't use B here because that's the whole thing, and I don't know what just this bottom half is, or this piece. We don't even know if it's half. So I'm going to have to use the hypotenuse and the opposite side, which is going to be the sine of theta. So I'm going to have sine of theta equals opposite, which is H, over the hypotenuse, which is A. So that would be H over A. Well, now since we're looking for the height, I have to multiply both sides by A, and so I end up with A sine theta equals H. And then just substitute this H in over here, and that's how I end up with this formula of 1/2 B. And instead of H, I have A sine theta. So let's do a couple of examples here. Let's say we have a triangle that looks like this. A, B, C. This angle is 25 degrees. This is 10 as a length, and this length is 7. And when you do these problems, you have to be aware that we always use the included angle. So you have to have the two sides here, and then the included angle. So the way that we can write that is 1/2 AB sine of the other angle C. And then like I said, it just has to be the included angle. So I could switch sides if I wanted to. If I were to do that, then I could have 1/2 BC with the sine of A. So I would have angle A and then just use the other two sides that surround to make A the included angle. And the last way to do it is A equals 1/2 CA sine of B, because if I have angle B here, I'm going to use these other two sides, since B will be my included angle. So these lowercase letters are the side lengths, and the uppercase letters are the angles. So to figure out which side is which, you just go across from the angle. So angle A here, this opposite side is going to be side A. With angle B here, the opposite side is side B. And with angle C, the opposite side is C. However, we don't know how long this opposite side is, and you'll notice that C is the included angle in this problem. So if that's the included angle, and A and B are the other sides, I'm going to use this first part, 1/2 AB sine C. And again, I hope you notice that these are all the same. I just switched out the lengths and the angles depending on which angle was included. So I'm going to use 1/2 AB sine C. So I'm just going to plug in what I have. I have area equals 1/2. Little a is 7. Little b, which is side B, is 10. And then I have the sine of my angle, which is C. So sine of 25. Now if I plug all that in, I just have to get out my calculator, make sure you are in degree mode, and then punch it in. So I have 1/2 times 7 times 10 times the sine of 25. Gives me 14.79. So that means that the area of this triangle is 14.79. Let's do another one. We have this word problem here. Farmer Jones owns a triangular piece of land. The length of AB is 150 meters. Fence BC is 231. The angle between fence AB and BC is 123 degrees. How much land does Farmer Jones own? So first I'm going to draw a triangle here. And I'll label A, B, and C. And then just fill in what I have. The length of AB, so that'd be A to B, is 150. BC is 231. And the angle between AB and BC, which would be angle B right here, is 123 degrees. Well, now I know across from angle A is side A, across from angle C is side C, and of course across from angle B is side B. I don't need side B in this one. I just need side C here and side A here, and the angle I'm using is angle B. So if we go back to what we previously did, we know we have these three equations, where again, you don't have to memorize all three because they're really the same. You just switch out the side lengths and the angle that you've included. So I have 1/2 the two sides times the sine of the angle. Well, my angle is B, and my two sides are side C and side A. So area is going to equal 1/2 side C, side A, and then the last included angle, which is 123 degrees. And again, from there, all you're going to do is punch that in your calculator and get an answer. So we're going to do a couple more examples of a different formula. So we used that formula when you have the angle of something. That's why we could figure out what the sine of 123 was. It was because we had an angle. But if we don't have an angle, we do this problem without angles, and the formula we're going to use is area equals the square root of S times S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C, where S equals A plus B plus C divided by 2. So when I use this formula, I need to figure out what S is, and I do that by adding A, B, and C. You'll notice these are lowercase, which means these are going to be the side lengths of the triangle. So let's say we have a problem here. Looks like this. Give you guys a second to draw that. First thing I'm going to do is figure out which side length is which. So across from angle A is side A, across from angle B is side B, across from angle C is side C. Now I just have to add all those up and divide it by 2 so I can figure out what S is. So that's going to be 7 plus 4 plus 5. Add all that up and divide by 2. That's going to give me 8. So I know S is 8. I know what A, B, and C are, so all I need to do now is plug it into my formula. A equals square root of S, which is 8, times 8 minus side A, which is 4, times 8 minus side B, which is 5, times 8 minus side C, which is 7. And then I can just punch that into my calculator exactly like I see it. So the square root, extra parentheses, of 8, 8 minus 4, 8 minus 5, and 8 minus 7. Push enter, and I get 9.7979, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to round to 9.8. So our area here is 9.8. That'll be centimeters squared or whatever units you have. And that's how you find the area using trig and without angles of a triangle.